Larry Dogg DVD, Larry Dogg TV. Do with the mayor, Oliver Gilbert of Miami Garden. This is Miami Garden. This is not Carol City. Why it's not Carol City?
It used to be Carol City, but now it's Miami Gardens. All that, Carol City, Bunch Park, Rolling Oaks, Scott Lake, Scott Park, Crestview, the Bajas, it's all Miami Gardens now.
When I do a comedy show and I try to separate it, Carol City sound ghetto than Miami Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who you think was that made that to make it Miami Garden?
Well, that was look, a bunch of people got together, but our first mayor, Shirley Gibson, she headed the incorporation process.
Right.
You know, and Betty Ferguson was the county commissioner who made it happen. And their vision was to have a place that we could all come together and we could do stuff like this. It's family. And that's what this has been about. This event is about us being a family and Miami Gardens being a family and us making this city better together.
That you run in, no, you're gonna win. You definitely gonna win the mayor of Miami Gardens. What you want to change, like the thing you want?
Well, you know what? We don't have a downtown area in Miami Gardens. We don't have a shop place where you can go have a nice restaurant. You know, you sit down and eat. We don't have a place where a woman can buy a nice dress. You know, we're the third largest city in Miami-Dade County, 110,000 people. We're the largest black city south of Atlanta, and the 15th largest city in the state.
Right.
And you don't have a nice sit-down restaurant. I wanna develop the center of our town. I want us to have a downtown area. I want us to, you know, have places where we can actually spend our money, our time, and entertain ourselves in our own town. I shouldn't have to drive to Aventura.
Right.
I shouldn't have to drive to Pembroke Pines. I shouldn't have to drive to Miami Beach. I should be able to do everything I need to do right here in my hometown, Miami Gardens.
Well, what is it you think about black on black? I'm just jumping to every conclusion now. Black on black, this crime thing, and the whole Miami area, Metro-Dade County, like Miami Gardens, they say Miami Gardens has more crime than the city of Miami and Opalaka and Overtown.
Well, you know what happens is we get worse press.
Right.
Per 1,000 residents, the city of Opalaka, the city of Miami, the city of Miami Beach,
right,
the city of Miramar, they all have more crime than Miami Gardens. Per 1,000 residents, but you couldn't tell by watching Channel 7.
Right.
Because we get the bad rap. But look, these are things that we know. We know that when the rest of the country has a cold, black community has pneumonia. Right. That's because we've been stagnant economically. Right. We need to find a way to partner the city with our schools so we can increase our education. We need to find a way to develop businesses in Miami Gardens. When I was in high school and you got out of school, at the end of the day, you either played football or basketball or baseball, or you were in a club, or you went and got to your after-school job. Now kids can do absolutely nothing. We need to find ways to act their time. I have no idea. I have no idea.
We got whooped.
I got beatings in this very backyard. I got beatings with switches off those trees.
What happened to going home and just watching cartoons?
It doesn't happen anymore. And so now we've given kids and young adults the freedom to do whatever they want to. Sometimes freedom isn't necessarily a good thing when you don't have the judgment and the maturity to actually use it correctly.
Right.
So what we find is we need to actually give them things to do. Whether it be activities on our parks, activities with the schools, no matter what it is, we need to engage them. We need to engage young people, and that'll tackle crime some. Just engaging the young people.
It will.
And showing them a way forward. A lot of kids can't see themselves past the Dave Brower line. They don't see their lives past that point.
Wow.
We want to show them something else. You know, we want to show them there are restaurants out there that has the best food in the world you love. There are places you can visit in the world that are extraordinary, things that you can see that are incredible.
Right.
We want to expose them to the rest of the world. We want to give them things like, give our little girls, you know, I was looking at little girls in the park and they're doing the little nasty dances. Why can't we give them gymnastics lessons?
Exactly.
Why can't we do that? Why can't we teach our young girls how to play softball so they can go scholarship and play these schools up in Iowa and the Midwest on scholarship? You know, you see it at midnight on ESPN. You see all these people, they're doing all these things. These can be our kids. We just need to give them the opportunity. And that's one of the things I talk about as mayor and I've done as vice mayor, is trying to expose our kids continuously to opportunity.
The mom and pop stores, of clothing stores, of groceries, how can we get our people, black people, to get them to drive back to mom and pop? Like, I don't care if it's Caribbean, I don't care.
It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle because sometimes we don't have as much confidence in us.
Right.
And a lot of
people, for instance, like Mahogany Grill.
Absolutely.
Great restaurant.
Absolutely.
Closed down.
We didn't support it. We didn't support it. And that's what that was one of my main points. A lot of times we suffer from cultural low self-esteem. We don't believe that we can do things. You saw it in the beginning with the city incorporated. They didn't think that black people could govern black people. Right. We don't like to go to our businesses sometimes. But from my perspective, I love being around us.
Right. We rather go to Bell Harbor.
We love rather go to and spend all that money.
I don't. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Getting out. I bring you as the mayor. I mean, could we do like community meetings? Do you
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do they still have that? Like
we have those now. We have town hall meetings now. I do something called teas, where I come to your living room and you invite all your neighbors and your friends, and I come and I actually sit there. I bring refreshments and I answer questions for as long as you want me to, because I want to get as much information out as possible. I want to affect the consciousness of Miami Gardens as much as possible, because I understand who we are. We're a working class community with the ability to do extraordinary things if we purpose ourselves and we believe in ourselves. We got to believe.
Like the biggest thing we have, like concerts and stuff. Like, could somebody like yourself like speak on that, like Jasmine? Because me, I'm a community person. A lot of people don't know that's what type of person I am. Not only I'm an entertainer, but I think a person should be on stage talking about what we need to do for at least 10 minutes before we even start a band.
I think that's a good idea.
Before we even start a band and just have kumbaya, everybody holding hands and just say we need to fight back over the kids. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the kids.
And just the imagery of Jasmine Gardens. So many times you see large black crowds painted as something negative, but when you look at the imagery of Miami Gardens, you have 40, 50,000 people just out there enjoying each other.
Incredible.
Just incredible.
It's incredible.
So we're doing something just with the imagery of Miami Gardens that you've never really seen done in South Florida, in a black community.
Right. Y'all got it. Y'all, Mayor.Oliver Gilbert right here. We had the camera. The mayor. Don't keep watching.
My touch number is 153. Election is August 14th. Early voting starts August 4th. I'd love to have your vote. Thank you.
And professional. You hear that voice? It sounds like a TV host. Y'all keep watching that.
All right.
Thank you, man.